Welcome back. This is part 2 of our multi-part episode 2. This is the Minecraft channel. This is also the Hypixel Show, and we are doing Bedwars on episode 2. And yeah, in a game this big, an individual can't really do as much as the whole team. So tell us a little bit about what your team's plans are for this round, Champion.
I don't know what my team's doing.
Okay, is there a way for you to use the chat to communicate with your team?
Yeah, but then the other team knows what we're doing.
Oh, you don't know how to use the team chat feature? Oh, well, it looks like our champion just learned something new. I guess you don't have to use the chat to communicate. There are other forms of communication, though in Team Bedwars, the chat might be the most effective, or some sort of voice communication, but you can communicate just by paying attention with what your other team members are doing, and often that's probably the more common method for those who don't use the chat. It looks like the map is pretty big. The map is a castle-y kind of thing, and yeah, right now our champion is in the home base of the blue team, trying to get more materials. Do you know where to go to find the other team's castle?
Yeah, it's just across the map.
Okay, just across the map. It looks like a pretty big map, and I'm interested to see how long this round goes. We haven't done very many of these 40v40 rounds, so... Okay, and sorry for that interruption. We're back. This is Bedwars 40v40 round. It looks like we're starting to see a few of the red team members, and we're still kind of on the blue team side. We're right in the middle, so there's an even spread, but it looks like our blue team is doing pretty good. Tell us, do you know how does the blue team have like 3 beds or something?
Yeah, each team has 3 beds and 3 zones.
Okay, and it looks like, can you get your beds back?
No.
Okay, interesting. So it looks like the blue team our team is doing pretty well, but the red team still has all their beds, and it looks like the red team just set off an alarm on our bed, so, but we just set up an alarm on their bed. Oh, and the red team did destroy one of the blue team's beds, so that's never good. But the red team does have the alarm set off on 2 of their beds, so maybe we'll catch up and get an advantage. Tell us, do you have to have all 3 beds destroyed for the team members to start being eliminated?
I don't think so. I think we need only 1.
Okay, so it looks like we've just destroyed one of the red team's beds, which is good. Our champion is doing a lot to help this round. But both teams have 2 beds, and so we're just kind of watching and seeing how this round will go. It's interesting to see how a round with this many people will go, and I'm interested to see how much variance there is in score and play time, and how these 40v40 rounds go, because usually you don't see games with this many people on a team all playing at once. It usually, especially with something like this where teams don't practice with each other in Minecraft and on this Hypixel situation, each team is put into their teams randomly. These are just players from around the world, so it's interesting to see. It looks like the red team has just had another one of their alarms set off, and our champion has had 1 kill and 2 points. And ooh, it looks like blue team's alarm has also been set off. So let's see. Ooh, but another red team alarm has been set off. So it really is hard to tell who's winning until the beds are actually destroyed. Both teams right now have 2 out of their 3 beds, so it's still pretty even. You're using Ender Chest Champion. Can you tell us how that might be useful in Bedwars?
Because then if you die, then you don't lose your stuff.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, we're going to have a short break, and we'll come back before the round is over to update you on what's been happening. Minecraft channel, the Hypixel Show, where we play on Hypixel. Today, this is episode 2. We're playing Bedwars. We have a couple different types of rounds going on, including 1v1 rounds and 40v40. We'll be back in just a moment to update you on what's going on. The current round we're in is the 40v40 round. Okay, we're back. So far, in this short break, nothing really has happened, but there's a lot of water going on. Can you tell us where all this water came from?
People keep pouring water on the bed, so then they get, like, the water makes it slower for them to mine the bed.
So is it good for your team if there's water on your bed, or bad?
It's good, but it's really crazy.
Yeah, it does look pretty crazy. You were kind of building up. Were you trying to help put the water?
No.
Okay, and there's some slime blocks over here. Can you tell us what those are for?
Those trampoline you to the other side.
Well, that's fun. Trampolines are always fun. We're just kind of, our base is starting to get kind of destroyed. It's looking crazy over here. Tell us, can you break any part of the base?
I haven't tried. I'll try it.
Okay, that's an interesting experiment to try. So far, both teams still have 2 of their 3 beds. Can you tell us what you're doing to help your team in this round?
I'm doing absolutely nothing.
Well, that's one strategy that might be helpful. You always want to be part of the winning team. That's something important. So if your team isn't winning, it's definitely important to try to help them. But in this situation, the blue team looks like they're doing pretty good. The wool situation is kind of crazy in this world. I guess with a lot of people, there's a lot of wool, and it's hard to stay organized, especially most people aren't using the chat too much. It looks like one of our alarms have been set off on the blue team, but our champion knows what to do. Champion, what would you say about going over to the red team and seeing if you can do some damage?
I would die.
Wouldn't you respawn right on because you still have beds?
Yep.
So that would be a pretty good idea, wouldn't it?
Sure.
Okay, well, it looks like our champion's going over to the red team to do some damage, and there's also some other blue team people over here. The wool situation is really crazy over here, and we are taking some fall damage because it's kind of hectic, but looks like we're right on the border of the red and the blue, and our champion's health isn't too good, but he knows how to account, how to do it good. It looks like one of the red team people has seen us, but our champion has a bow and is ready to attack. This is an interesting situation right here. So our champion wants to try to get more kills to improve their worth in the team situation. That was our champion just made a fall. It did give me quite a fright, but we're okay. So, and we're sneaking around on the red team side, building a little cocoon of blue wool to protect ourselves for a second. Is there any way to regain health?
Yeah.
Is there any hunger in Bedwars?
No.
So we're just kind of, maybe you want to shift to hide your name, but we're just kind of waiting here for our health to come up. Looks like one of our alarms have been set off, but we also did set off one of their alarms, so it's a pretty fair situation right now. Looks like Emerald 2 has just been awarded, and Diamond 3 is the next situation. So these timed rewards do help the game progress rather than being kind of even the whole time. So now that Diamond or Emerald 2 has been awarded, things will start to pick up, maybe, hopefully. Our champion was just attacked and destroyed by another red team person, but we still have our beds, so we're still in the game. Can you see if most of our team members are still participating? And yes, it does look like we still have most of our team members. This is definitely the biggest game we've played so far. So we're going to take another short break, and we'll come back shortly. Okay, we're back. We have had some progress since we were last in a situation. The blue team, which our champion is a part of, has destroyed the red team, the blue team has destroyed another one of the beds. So we are in the leading team here. Their third bed has set an alarm, so but the alarm has just been cleared, and another alarm has just been set. So it's kind of a just a waiting game right now to see how which team will win. But right now it looks like the blue team is in the lead. We'll just keep updating you when things important happen. Here's another short break. Okay, we're back, and we have another update for all you people out there. One of our blue team's bed has just been destroyed, so now it looks like we're just, each team is 1 out of 3. So the game does look pretty even. Diamond 3 has still not yet been awarded. It is 3 minutes and 20 seconds until that happens. And one of our alarms has just been set off, which means the red team members are trying to attack our bed, which sounds good if you're on red team, but if you're on blue team, it doesn't sound so good, and we're on blue team, so that means that it doesn't sound so good. So our champion is right now moving into the red zone to join in the fight for the victory, and there are some iron golems. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
I think they're just there to throw people in the air.
Are they part of a specific team?
Blue.
So all the iron golems are on blue team?
Well, it depends who places them.
Oh, okay. So it looks like our blue team has put some iron golems in. Our blue team bed has just been destroyed. So if our champion dies, he'll be eliminated from the round. He is in the red zone too, so maybe he wants to retreat a little bit. Yeah, and champion, tell us what you're thinking.
I didn't know I was on the red zone.
Oh, well, it looks like maybe you're in the middle. It looks like 2 people from our team have just been eliminated, down to 3. We are at 37 out of 40, and the other team is still doing pretty good. They still have their bed. So if we can destroy their bed soon, then we might be in the lead. Oh, looks like their bed has just been destroyed, and they now have 36 down. So each team is about even. Now, an update again. Red team has 32, and we still have 35 players. So we're slightly in the lead, but this is a very close match, as we kind of expected from a 40v40 challenge. When you have such a big number of people there, that's our end. From a statistics point of view, that means our variance goes down. So this game will be pretty close. But that's just part of the beauty of 40v40 Bedwars, and we'll see how it goes. It's really just a waiting game at this point. Red team has 29 players, or 28, sorry, and blue team has 30. So we are in the lead, but not by much. And it looks like there's a wither over there. Can you tell us what's going on with that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy situation with 40 people playing, and there are some red team members over here. It looks like we are on the red team's zone, and we were able to just take part in a squad of blue team members that made some kills, and looks like final kills. We have gotten some more. Now red team is at 23 and blue is at 24, so it's really just a waiting game. Diamond 3 is about to be awarded in 15 seconds, so maybe that will make a difference, but at this point it's really just who can survive the longest. And maybe we would want to look out for people who are hiding, because if you can just hide and the other team all is eliminated, then you can win. But it really comes down to those last few players that can make the difference. So tell us a little bit about your plans for the remainder of the round.
I am going to get everything that I can.
That sounds good. If you can really just prepare yourself, stock up for all the stuff that will help you in the last round. The people who win are usually the people who are prepared, and being prepared can usually help you win. So it goes both ways. And okay, we are going to have to make another part in this episode. Make sure you check back next week for episode 3. We'll see you all then.